Ulrike Meinhof states that the members of the RAF are not fit for the trial because they had been tortured during 3.5 years.
Ich will mal sagen, wir werden das nicht vergessen, was Sie hier abziehen. Und es wird Ihnen auch nicht gelingen, hier einen Prozess durchzuziehen mit falschen Zeugen, mit Polizeikonstruktionen und mit dem ganzen Desaster. Und Sie werden auch nicht vermeiden, dass wir deswegen verhandlungsunfähig sind, weil wir seit 3,5 Jahren gefoltert werden. Ja. Das werden Sie nicht vom Tisch kriegen.
The next recording shows the results of steering and brainwashing techniques. The RAF members had been tortured while being in prison. The statements are credible. Me and other persons at the same time experienced similar torturing effects as described by Ulrike Meinhof. I was approximately 10 years of age at this time. The recordings show that the members of the RAF had been hindered through steering and brainwashing techniques to speak and defend themselves while being in court. In this recording, Ulrike Meinhof's voice seems tired. She frequently starts to use a word that is obviously wrong in this context. Then she stops within this word and uses a correct word. Ulrike Meinhof obviously is massively hindered to defend herself in court. This seems to be done by inducing electric pulses into the brain using microwave or laser techniques. These electric pulses interfere with Ulrike Meinhof's thinking and speaking by jamming the natural nerve pulses. There is proof that Ulrike Meinhof is being steered by a Secret Service official during this statement. The remarkably heavy breathing is especially conspicuous. Everyone speaking on his own arranges his breathing in a natural way so that it fits the speech and the body's need for oxygen, without the necessity to gasp for air. This problem encountered during steering of a person is discussed elsewhere in my films and on my homepage. Another clue is the distinct way of speaking which is heard in other steered persons as well. This distinct way of speaking is masked in the case of Ulrike Meinhof through deliberately made mistakes, like beginning with a false word, stopping it and then changing to the right word. The reason is obviously that Ulrike Meinhof was a journalist and her voice was well known to many persons. And there were many recordings of her natural voice. Any distinct change in her voice would cause suspicion, especially if the same pattern of changes in the way of speaking is recognized in all of the defendants, which is quite obvious.
Die Frage ist, wie kann ein isolierter Gefangener den Justizbehörden zu erkennen geben, angenommen, dass er es wollte, dass er sein Verhalten geändert hat. Wie? Wie kann er das in einer Situation, in der bereits absolut jede Lebensäußerung unterbunden ist, ihm bleibt, das heißt dem Gefangenen in der Isolation bleibt, um zu signalisieren, dass sich sein Verhalten geändert hat? Überhaupt nur eine Möglichkeit. Und das ist der Verrat. Eine andere Möglichkeit, sein Verhalten zu ändern, auf das der Bundesgerichtshof stützt, dass wir isoliert werden, hat der isolierte Gefangene nicht. Das heißt, es gibt in der Isolation exakt zwei Möglichkeiten. Entweder
Frau Meinhof, es ist kein Zusammenhang mehr zum Ablehnungsantrag zu sehen.
Entweder sie bringt einen Gefangenen zum Schweigen, das heißt, man stirbt daran, oder sie bringt einen zum Reden, und das ist das Geständnis und der Verrat. Und so, an der Realität gemessen, hat der Bundesgerichtshof Beschluss eine klare und definitive Aussage, dass es Folter, exakt Folter durch Isolation gibt, definiert an diesem Zweck, Geständnisse zu erpressen, den Gefangenen einzuschüchtern, um ihn zu bestrafen und um ihn zu verwirren. Das ist das Geständnis des BGH-Beschlusses.
I have documented this stopping within a word and then changing to another one multiple times while my brother Markus Bott had been tortured. The reason was that my brother had been steered by an incompetent official of the BND who was insecure whether he had used the right word. So he stopped within the word and began with another one. In the case of my brother, the words were not false in the context, but the BND official steering him was insecure and used another word instead. Obviously, the members of the RAF were not aware of the ongoing attack. It seems that they were convinced that their condition of reduced health was due to the preceding torture. The recordings, however, are proof that such attacks were continued during the trial. This exposes the tactics used in Germany to avoid fair trials. The accused person is being tortured during considerable time. While the torture is going on, confessions may be extorted or not. Then the intensity of the torture is gradually reduced, while the Secret Service starts to steer the accused person. Because of the many different effects used during the preceding and now diminishing torture, the accused person does not realize that he now, at least temporarily, is being steered. If something feels different, the accused person attributes it to the torture or its after effects, not to the fact that he is being steered and brainwashed while in court, as was the case with the members of the RAF. This allows the state to completely steer the defendant during the court procedure without him complaining or even knowing. If in Germany someone is complaining that he is being tortured with these techniques after being accused of a crime, the process is halted. The accused person is declared mentally unfit, referred to a mental institution for criminals, and treated with psychopharmaceutical drugs, of course without any fair trial. In Germany there is not even a regular criminal procedure in which the authorship of the accused person is proven. There is no assigned counsel. Other lawyers are threatened not to defend the accused person. In Germany, unproven accusations of illegal behavior are regularly used to let persons permanently disappear in mental institutions. This makes the Stammheim process remarkable. Despite the repeated complaints about torture, which in any other case immediately results in declaring the defendant mentally ill and referring him to the mental institution, the Stammheim trial was carried on and the RAF members were convicted, which is completely contradictory to any other case with similar complaints about torture and brainwashing.